So I want to share with you the 5 positive functions of a team. So if you want to build a really cohesive, tight and high-performing team, then you do very well to listen into the next couple of minutes. So this comes from Patrick Lencioni, who wrote a great book called The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. And really what he looked at was, okay, what are the things that trip a team up? Now, the flip of that is, if you then say, okay, if these are the 5 things that trip a team up, the opposite is these are the things that will probably lead to a high-performing team. So I'm going to look at this in the positive. So the first thing and the most important thing is to have a foundation of trust within the team. So without trust, realistically speaking, nothing else really matters. So we need to have that bedrock of trust within the team. So what that really means is the idea of having what's called vulnerability-based trust. This idea whereby everyone in the team is almost happy to put up their hand and say, do you know what, I'm struggling, I need some help, I got that wrong, that was my mistake. That kind of trust within a team is really, really helpful, because what tends to happen is if you demonstrate some vulnerability, what tends to happen is people move towards you to help you. That's a good thing. Once we've got that level of trust, then what we're looking for is conflict. Now, interestingly, you might think, well, that's a bit of a harsh word to have within the context of a high-performing team. Well, let's look at that in the way it's meant. Conflict really is much more around debating vigorously, really putting in your opinions, making sure that all of your thoughts and perspectives are shared within the group, so that you don't leave anything unsaid and walk out of a meeting or walk out of a situation holding some stuff back. This is about really debating the situation so that you can actually have a really good sense of all the perspectives in the room. Right, that's a good thing. Now, what we're always looking to create is that constructive conflict. Now, at one extreme, what we might be seeing is what's called mean-spirited attacks, where you're looking to undermine someone through your conflict. That's not going to be helpful. The other side of it, though, is where we have artificial harmony, where people are just being nice. Does that happen in your business? Well, that's not useful either, because people aren't really being truthful. We want that bit in the middle that is, this is constructive, this is healthy debate, this is all about talking with truth and candour. Because what that leads to, if we can create that, and that can only happen if fundamentally we trust the people that we're working with within the team. Once we have that, then what we can do is say, right, let's get some commitment. We've heard all the opinion in the room, and it might be that it naturally falls to, right, this is therefore the thing that we should do as a team. If, however, we're left with a situation whereby there's a couple of different options, it has to come down to the leader to say, this is the decision that we're going to make. And therefore, once that commitment is made, the responsibility of everyone in the team is to say, right, I've had my opinion heard, this is the decision, and this is best, therefore, for the team. Again, within larger businesses that have got multiple teams, what we need to always respect is the fact that the most important team is the one you belong to. It's not necessarily your team. So this idea of it's the company that's more important than the sub-team. So once we've left the meeting, let's say, with kind of full commitment, really it's down to accountability. So how within the team members do we drive accountability? And the way I like to express this is it's a bit like being on the football field. You'll see the footballers kind of shouting and screaming at each other on the field of play. Now, that's not to undermine a confidence or to make people feel small. That's just them saying, look, get back on the programme. You know, we've got a goal here, which is clearly to win. So this accountability amongst peers is really important. All too often, the pressure is felt by the manager or leader or the coach of the team to really hold people to account. That's not really how it is in a really strong team, because all of the teammates should be holding each other to account, which says, hey Jimmy, this is what you said you'd do, you haven't done it, when's it going to get back on track? Okay? And then the last part clearly is around attention to results. High-performing teams want to succeed. They want to win. They want to get scores on the board. So teams that don't actually have a scorecard, they don't know what it is they're trying to achieve, then clearly that's not a good thing. So this is all in pursuit of the result, whatever that result then may be. Might be better efficiency, more productivity, to win, to acquire new customers, who knows? But we need to have a focus on how are we doing. So do you have a dashboard or a scoreboard for your business? Are people really clear upon the measures of success for their role, for their team, department? So that's the 5 positive functions of a team. My recommendation is definitely read the book, 5 Dysfunctions of the Team. Explains it in much more depth than I've given you there, but it ain't half a good framework to really stand back and look at your business and say, okay, how are we scoring on trust on a 0 to 5? How are we doing? And so on and so forth, because we'll start to zone in on, okay, where do we need to put some attention so that we can actually start really building this team. Okay, there we go. Hope that's helpful. Get in touch if there's any questions. And of course, until we meet, good luck in business.